Good evening. It's Rick. It's the 25th of October. That's day 25. And at this point, I am still walking I-40 slowly in the direction of Needles, California. Today, Rich and I spent the morning doing computer and other tasks at the RV. And we're now based with the RV for several days at a campground on the banks of the Colorado River, a few miles north of Needles, California. Shortly after noon, though, we headed back west on I-40, some 60-plus miles, to I-40's interchange at Kelbacher Road, where I ended yesterday's walk. And from there, I began today's walk on the edge of I-40 for a total day's distance of 10.1 miles. Aside from the constant flow of traffic on I-40, today's route was really beautiful, but in a very desolate way. A few passing motorists stopped to see if I needed any assistance. One of them was Jesus and Juanita, and they were wonderful. And what I noticed is that people who seem to have the least means seem to be the most interested in helping out. And I think it's because when our government isn't properly serving its citizens and backing them up, they need some kind of way to deal with that. And so informally, they help each other. It's actually a very positive characteristic that is prompted by lack of support in other ways from people who represent them in Washington, or represent us in Washington, I should say. I also noticed a huge amount of truck traffic moving freight of all kinds along I-40. And there were railroad in the distance, and that was doing the same thing with rail cars. Huge, long trains of rail cars being towed. And that's in itself a testament about how government spending for roads and rails enables much more efficient travel and commerce for a wide variety of travelers' use and needs. That helps our economy, it helps us as individuals, and it's a proper role of government, and it works if it's done right. So that's it for today, pretty much. There'll be more of the same tomorrow. Good night.